Hi, welcome to this little sneak peek into coaching. My name is Kelsey Shackley, and we decided to do it over lunch hour today and call it a happy hour. So I'm really pumped that you're here. I know you're probably a little bit nervous because you just don't know that much about coaching yet. And you're probably feeling like you're having a lot of questions and that these are all good things. So I want to congratulate you for jumping in this group and really just trying to figure out if this is something that is right for you and right for your family, because doing your research and really trying to figure that out is awesome. That's just showing that's what I did. That's what Amber did. That's what a lot of people do when they're trying to figure out, like, is this the move that they want to make? So again, my name is Kelsey Shackley, and I've been coaching now for almost 4 years. I cannot believe it has been that long already. And before I actually decided to dive into coaching, I had been what I call, I think I've made this term up, I think I called it just like a yo-yo exerciser. And you hear a yo-yo dieting all the time, but I kind of put myself in that yo-yo exerciser. Meaning, like, I would go and I would work out and I would do these things and then I'd fall off. And then I would get really frustrated with myself and I wouldn't see results. And so then I would give up. And then I would feel that motivation again and I would come back in and I'd be like, I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to make it a lifestyle. And I would go. And then I would fall off. And that was my vicious cycle that I was in. And so I went off to college. I have my degree in nursing. And when I got my big girl job, I had to do these wellness checks. And so they were constantly doing my blood every year for insurance. And for the first year, they were like, Kelsey, your blood levels are a little off, like your cholesterol levels are a little high. We're just going to give you this little lecture on diet and exercise. And I said, okay, I'm going to do it this time. So I tried for that next year. Of course, that yo-yoing continued. And I went back that next year and they told me the same thing. And so I was kind of at that point where I knew for myself that I needed accountability and support, because I was just going to continue on this path. And at that point, I was like in my early to mid 20s. And I just remember thinking, I'm not going to live the rest of my life unhappy and trying to make this a lifestyle when I know by myself I can't make it a lifestyle, and I need something bigger and I need some more support and I need this community of people. So that's when, for me, like, I was trying the gym and I was trying these different things and I just wasn't staying consistent. So I found a home workout program and I was like, okay, I could stick with this. Like, I could squeeze it into my life and not have to wait for a class time to go do a class, because I was a class girl. And I felt so lost in the gym, just showing up to the gym. I was like, okay, what do I do? Like, try the treadmill, try the elliptical, throw around some weights. Like, I felt so lost. And so for me, working out for home worked because I didn't have to show up at a certain time. If it was snowing out like it is today at my hometown, I didn't have to get out in it. I knew I could stay consistent with that. But I knew I also needed support and accountability. And that's when I approached my husband. And at that time, I was working full-time as an RN, and I was working a lot of extra shifts. We had just bought in a foreclosure, and it needed, like, totally remodeling, remodeled. It just needs a complete remodel job. So we did carpet and, like, walls, and we were living in the unfinished part of our basement for, like, 3 months. And so we were doing that. I was working full time, working all these extra shifts so I could do this to our house. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to start this part-time job in photography, because I was already I'm very much a planner. And so I was already starting to think long term. Like, when I was going to have kids, did I want to work weekends? Did I want to work holidays as a nurse? Did I want my kids to go to daycare 5 days a week? And so I was already trying to figure out, how could I still help my family out financially and still feel like I was contributing that in that area, but then still feeling like a person and whole. Like, I of course wanted to be a mom, but then there was a little part of me that wanted something for me, you know? And so I had tried photography for a while, and while I loved that, I quickly found out that people in photography, like, if you're a photographer, when do you work? you work weekends, you work evenings. That was the time I really wanted to be with my family. And so that in the meantime, like I'm doing this and I'm trying to lose weight and I'm trying to get healthy and stay consistent, make it a lifestyle. So enter coaching. That's when I found this need that I could fulfill in my life. And so I approached my husband about this coaching opportunity, and I knew, knowing my husband, I knew there were going to be some things that he was going to have lots of questions on, because I was already like, well, I tried photography. I don't want him to think like I'm just going to go in and out of everything. Like I want him to think and believe that I'm going to go for it. But I also knew I had to prove that to him. So I came to him with coaching. I knew he was going to have lots of objections. He was and I think most men are like this, they're protective, they're husbands, right? And so he was very much like, it's a scam, it's a scheme, it's a pyramid thing, Kelsey. Like, let's not do that. You're going to waste a bunch of money. And so I had those thoughts spinning around in my head, but I was still doing my research, getting on things like this, trying to figure out, okay, what is this? And bottom line is I just wanted a community. I wanted a tribe. I wanted to feel a part of something so I could stay consistent with my workouts. And when I explained to my husband in that way, I was like, dude, I really just want to do this for me. Like, I want to help people, but at the bottom line, like, I want to start with me and I want to stay consistent for me. And if I can help just one person feel that way along my own journey, then I feel like I've won. Like, that's how I explained it to him. Like, I've won. Like, and if I can help 2 people, then it's a bonus. And if I can help more people, then it's so much. I don't know, I just was getting so giddy thinking about the people I could help while I'm helping myself stay consistent. So I approached it to him like that, and I knew that I wasn't going to push him. I wasn't going to nag him. I was just going to explain to him why. I was going to explain to him why I wanted to do this coaching thing. And I was going to let my actions speak for themselves. So that's exactly what I did. My husband's now come around. Obviously, I'm still doing this 4 years later. And, but that was one big thing I had to like overcome, I feel like. I also, through this journey, knew I wasn't a salesperson. That was a big hesitation of mine. Like, while I wanted to help people, I also was like, salespeople make me want to vomit. Like, so for example, I was going through college and I actually worked at the Buckle. And if you guys know anything about the Buckle, which I love their clothing, but they're 100% commission based. And so when I was working there, I sucked. Literally, because I started out and I was out on the floor for like 2 weeks, and they very nicely, of course, but they were just like, Kelsey, we're going to actually put you back in the back room and you're going to unload shipment and put security sensors on all the clothing. And I was like, awesome. Like, so I'm not good at sales. I never have been, never will be. It's not in my blood. But what I am passionate about is sharing what works for me. And this works for me. This community works. The tribe of women that you're going to be surrounded with works. You're going to feel like you have just gained a whole new family. And I know it sounds so cheesy, but it's exactly that. Like, it's a whole new family, and you're going to meet some incredible women through this. So you don't have to be a salesperson. We don't want you to be a salesperson, and we train you how not to be. So you can go to my, social media, you can go to Amber's, anybody's on our team, and you'll see that we don't post sales stuff. We don't post stock photos. We don't post our link anywhere. We literally are just sharing our lives and the realness that comes with that. Hashtag mom life, right? Adulting. So it's just the real us. We're not trying to be anything that we're not. So that was a huge hesitation of mine. And of course, the other thing was just being busy. As you guys know, like, I was working full time. I was working a lot of extra shifts. We were remodeling our home. I was still kind of doing the photography thing. And I was like, do I even have time for this? And Yeah, you definitely can make this work in an hour a day. Like, we have what's called a power hour, and we give you exactly what you need to do to move your business forward every single day. So it can be done in an hour, and you can do it however you want. If you want to sit down for a full hour and stay focused, awesome. If you want to get up a little early and stay up a little late and break it up into 30-minute segments, awesome. You just take that to-do list and you break it up, and you can break it up into however it fits your life. And I will tell you this, I started 4 years ago as a newlywed remodeling our home. I have stayed with it. I've stayed consistent because I believe in what we're doing. I believe in changing lives. I believe in women coming together for a common goal and common purpose of just bringing hope to people. And I've been doing this now, like I said, for 4 years, through a pregnancy, through being a brand new mom to my daughter Ruby, through another pregnancy of twins, and now my twins are a week old, and I can still fit this into my life. And that is the beauty, because this business has completely changed my life. I'm gonna get emotional. If I had not started this business, my kids would be in daycare. And I wouldn't be able to be there for them. My daughters are in the NICU. And I can work from the NICU, you know? I can be there for them. I can be there for my daughter Ruby. And if I was still working, I would be working Christmas. I would be working New Year's. I'd be working the weekends. My family life just would be so, so different. This business has blessed me, and I and Amber, we want to be able to pay that forward and help other families do exactly that. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom and you just want to help take the edge off your husband so he doesn't feel that pressure for financial reasons, whether you want to get out of debt, whether you want to go on a family vacation, this business can give you that. So I'm so excited to just be here and share my story, and we'll give you some more details and coaching, so hang tight here, you guys. Thank you so much.